Okay, so let's continue to watch this video.
When we look at objects at different distances, the lens of the eye plays an important role in focusing. The thickness of lens can be changed by the focusing muscles surrounding it. As a result, light from objects at different distances can be focused onto the retina. When we look at a near object, focusing muscles contract. Lens becomes thicker. Light from the near object focused onto the retina. When we look at a distant object, focusing muscles relax. Lens becomes thinner. Light from the distant object focused onto the retina. I have learned how we see objects at different distances. How about colors? How do we see colors? On the retina, there are two kinds of light-sensitive cells. Cone cell, rod cell.
Cone cell, rod
Cone
cell.
cells are sensitive to bright light and can detect color. Rod cells are sensitive to dim light but cannot detect color. Let's explore more in the lessons.
So this is the video, and so I will open the book now, the ebook. So we'll skip the experiment 10.2 first. So, okay, so let's see this page. Okay. Okay, so when we looking at a near object, the focusing muscles contract and the lens become thicker, so that the light from the near object can be focused on the retina.
鏡頭嚟嘅，咁啲光線進入眼睛就經過呢個鏡頭啦。咁呢個鏡頭咧，嗰個弧度係可以調校嘅。點樣調校咧？就係個鏡頭兩邊咪有啲 muscle 啊，有嗰啲咁嘅 focusing muscle 啊，嗰個就係愛嚟聚焦嘅。咁咧，當你睇到個影像清楚嘅時候咧，就係當啲光線能夠嗰一點咧打到落去個鏡，打到呢度，呢個就係 retina 啦。OK， 呢個就係 retina。呢個就係嗰個視網，唔係呢度啊，呢度啊嗰點啊，係啊，呢點就個 retina 就個視網膜啦。咁咧，當你啲光線經過呢一塊咁嘅鏡片嘅時候咧，呢個 lens 嘅時候咧，咁咧佢因為側跟兩個紅色嗰兩個 muscle 咧，就會 contract， 即係會收縮。咁收縮嘅時候咧，咪將佢掹攣啲啊，一收縮係扯啊， 扯咪扯攣佢咯。咁一扯攣佢嘅時候咧，咁佢咪變咗糊啲咯。咁攣啲嘅時候咧，咁嗰啲光咪會聚焦喺前面咯。如果放鬆啲嘅時候，呢點咪會後邊咯。明唔明啊？咁所以咧，如果佢能夠將佢調校到咧，佢呢個係調校個 focus 噶嘛，佢聚焦噶嘛。如果你嗰個 lens 嘅弧度係啱啱可以用呢個 muscle 收縮到佢啱啱攣到咧，係將嗰一點聚焦咗喺你個 retina 嗰度，你個視網膜嗰度嘅時候咧，咁你咪睇到個影像點講？
做咗呢個啊？
咩？
呢度。
啊。
呢度。But when we look at a distant object, the focusing muscles relax and the lens becomes thinner so that the light from the distant object can be focused
因
onto
為
the
咧，如果你
retina.
睇遠嘢嘅時候咧，光就唔會咁近入嚟㗎啦嘛。咁啲光遠入嚟嘅時候，你咪要將佢拉遠啲，射入去後邊咯，直線入嚟。咁所以呢個 muscle 咧就會放鬆啲，咁個 lens 咧就會直啲，直啲咪薄啲咯。薄啲嘅時候，嗰啲光咪可以又可以打到去個 retina 嗰度咯，一樣啫嘛。即係其實
原來咧，我哋呢
睇
度咧
到嘢咧，我哋睇到嘢
係有分
係因為
distant object 同埋呢個 near object 嘅。
係啊，即係睇遠同睇近咯。我哋嘅眼睛會調校噶嘛。
咁如果睇遠嘅時候就會點啊？嗰陣時
睇遠嘢嘅時候冇，其實遠同近都冇所謂，最緊要咧佢呢個 muscle 咧就會調校、會收縮或者係擴鬆，咁咧就令到咧呢塊 lens 咧呢塊鏡頭咧就會攣啲或者直啲。咁你直啲嘅時候咪薄啲咯，薄啲嘅時候啲光咪可以打到後啲咯。咁如果啲光喺遠處嚟，你梗係打到後啲啦。如果喺好近嘅距離打入去，好似頭先咁喺上面嘅話咧，咁你咪要將佢收攣啲，咁然之後咧先至可以將啲光線打喺個前面咯。
OK，
個目的都係要將啲光咧打入去呢個 retina 嗰度，就係個視網膜，咁你先可以睇到清楚嘅影像。所以呢，遲啲就話俾你聽咩叫近視，咩叫遠視啦。就係當你啲光線打唔到落呢度，打咗喺後邊，或者打咗喺前面，打咗喺前面咪近視咯，打咗喺後邊遠視咯。所以就係加個眼鏡喺前面，將啲光咧調校咗，令到佢啱啱打翻嚟呢個位啦。
明白。
明白未？就係咁啦。
Okay, so this is the thing. Wow. Short sight and long
係
sight.
咯，咪就係近視同遠視咯。頭先啱講咗咯，你自己睇啦，近視遠視。
Okay.
近視咪就係射啲光射咗。
People with short sight cannot see distant objects clearly because the images of the distant objects are formed in front of the retina. Short sight may be caused by the lens being too thick or the eyeball being too large, or both. Short sight can be corrected by wearing glasses with concave lenses. Long sight. People with long sight cannot see near objects clearly because the images of the light objects are formed behind the retina. Long sight may be caused by the lens being too thin or the eyeball being too short or both. Long sight can be corrected by wearing glasses with the convex lenses. Short sight which means 近視, long sight which means 遠視, okay? So this is the figure 10.14, 10.15, 10.6, 16, and 10.17. You may refer to your book. You may refer to the IS book, okay? This is page 88, okay? So, number 2 is the astronomism and the contract. I don't want to speak a lot of this. So the last one is to protecting our eyes. So you look at by yourself, part D. So we need to protect our eyes to maintain the good eyesight, okay? So this is the key point. Okay, so let us, I will watch this experiment video. Astrophotism which means 散光啊 contract which means 白內障。 The brightness is 3 sigma. So with the last thing, we will watch the experiment. The experiment experiment 10.2. Yes, experiment 10.2 and 10.3. So go.
I write a lot of essays for school, but I also write sales descriptions for my Etsy shop.
I use Grammarly on my work email.
The role of the lens in focusing.
Set up the apparatus as shown. Put the thick convex lens 30 centimeters away from the screen. Turn on the light bulb. Move the light bulb back and forth until a sharp image of the light bulb is formed on the screen. Measure the distance between the light bulb and the lens. Replace the thick convex lens with a thin convex lens. Is the image still sharp?
Yes or no? It should be yes.
Move the light bulb back and forth until a sharp image of the light bulb is formed on the screen. Measure the distance between the light bulb and the lens.
So let's take a look about experiment 10.3. It talks about the short light, long lights, and their collection. The Chinese meaning is 短視、近視. Okay, so remember. Yes. So, okay.
Your teacher will show you an eye model as shown.
Turn to your book, page
There are 3
95.
convex lenses, A, B, and C, on the surface of the flask. Lens A represents the lens of a normal eye. Lenses B and C represent the lenses of an eye with short sight and long sight, respectively. Compare the thickness of the 3 lenses. Part A, normal sight. Your teacher will switch on the projector to shine a beam of light through lens A into the flask. Adjust the distance between the projector and the flask so that the light is focused on the back of the flask and a sharp image is formed. This represents how a normal eye focuses light. Which part of the eye does the back of the flask represent? Part B, short sight and its correction. Your teacher will rotate the flask so that the beam of light passes through lens B. This represents how an eye with short sight focuses light. Your teacher will place a concave lens in front of lens B. Part C, long sight and its correction. Your teacher will rotate the flask so that the beam of light passes through lens C. This represents how an eye with long sight focuses light. Your teacher will place a convex lens in front of lens C.
Okay, so this is the experiment 10.2 and 10.3. So let us move to the video about the entrance sum.
Ten point two, e.g., limitations of human eyes and common eye defects. Our eyes enable us to see, but human eyes have limitations. We cannot clearly see objects that are too small, too close, or too far away. However, we can use optical instruments to extend our vision. For example, binoculars, hand lens, light microscope. Human eyes have another limitation, the blind spot.
What is the blind spot? Where is it located?
The blind spot is located on the retina where the optic nerves leaves the eyeball. We cannot see images formed on the blind spot because there are no light-sensitive cells on it. Short sight and long sight are two common eye defects. Short sight. People with short sight cannot see distant objects clearly. It is because the images of the distant objects are formed in front of the retina. Short sight may be caused by the lens being too thick or the eyeball being too long, or both. Short sight can be corrected by wearing glasses with concave lenses. Long sight. People with long sight cannot see clear objects clearly. It is because the images of the near objects are formed behind the retina. Long sight may be caused by the lens being too thin or the eyeball being too short, or both. Long sight can be corrected by wearing glasses with convex lenses. Look at the chart with one eye.
Some lines look blurred.
Then you may have astigmatism. Astigmatism occurs because the cornea or the lens or both is unevenly curved. The light from an object cannot be focused onto the retina to form a sharp image. Cataract is an eye disease. The lens of
Cataract.
becomes cloudy. In this case, some of the light cannot pass through to reach the retina, resulting in blurred vision. Color blindness is caused by a defect in one or more types of cone cells.
Color blindness, which means sigma.
People who have color blindness have difficulty in distinguishing colors. Good eyesight is very important. To maintain good eyesight, we should protect our eyes with great care. Here are some ways to protect our eyes. How to protect our eyes. After reading or using the computer for 30 to 40 minutes, rest your eyes by looking at distant objects.
當你讀完或者用完電腦30至40分鐘，就唔該你唞下啦，就出去望遠嘢。How to protect your eyes.
Study in sufficient but not strong light. Keep an appropriate reading distance of about 30 centimeters.
温書嘅時候要有充足嘅光線啦，即係又唔使太光嘅，但係要有個温書嘅隻眼同埋你本書嘅距離咧，大概30 cm。
Do not read or write while bending over the desk. Let's explore more in the lessons.
Okay, so this is the video. So let's explore in the lessons.